Alright, sorry for the slow update. I like to update at least once a week if I can. The weather's turned nice around here, so I got this thing back out. Still working on the roots blower build. Don't have a lot to show on it at this time. Just kind of putting the engine together. Waiting for a car. That's the #1 thing. Once I do that, then I can put oil panel and other stuff on it. But still waiting for that. But in the meantime, enjoy this Studebaker video. Starting in on the Firewall. Made a flat sheet metal firewall yesterday, and then today we started working on getting the reinforcement put in it. We got one piece made over here. You can see the drawing for the others. But that's where we're at. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get those other 2 reinforcements done, and then we gotta bend the lower lip down. This is the firewall. We've got it pretty much done other than putting the bottom lip to the floorboards to overlap the floorboards. Punched out these 2 sides, recessed in right here, back. And then when we got done, it did have a little bit of a curve to it, so we put it on the shrinker and shrunk it back up, and that brought the curve quarterback straight. Then we were going to roll a lip on here to weld the transmission tunnel, but we thought it might distort the panel too much and waste all of our time on it. So I made this little piece here to go over it. We will weld it inside here for part of the tranny tunnel, butt weld it to it. We are just now getting ready to mock up the big block Chevy and transmission into the Studebaker. Got an old block here. It's a good block, but not the one we're going to use. We'll see where we're going to sit, and then we can make our mid plate up and our mounts up and go from there. We got the block sitting in the car where we want it, and then set the intake on it to see how high everything is going to sit. We ended up coming off of the side motor mounts for the Chevy 2 front end and ran a bar underneath it. Got everything centered off of that. Got the engine sitting where we wanted in the chassis there, front to back. Next step we're going to do is move that jack and back to the tranny. Slide that green tube back a little further and weld the tube from the green tube, and then bolt it up to where the main cap, take that main cap off and bolt it up there. So that way we'll have the motor sitting in the place so we can put our heads on it and make headers and everything else. We just finished up making a mock-up firewall out of some thin plywood. Got some lightning holes drilled in it. We still have to make our mounts where we're going to mount the mid plate at. Some lightning holes back here. So next, we'll try and make the real deal. And then we'll have to work on making the front mounts for the engine.
Cutting lightning holes for the
mid plate
with the mill.
Almost paid for itself.
Which almost paid for itself. Right. And got the bottom ones cut. Now they're working on the top ones, or whatever.
These are the bottom.
Oh, those are the bottom.
Upside down.
It's upside down.
Alright, we've got the mid plate pretty much done other than drilling the mounting holes and getting it polished. And maybe doing a little bit more deburring on it. Came out pretty good. Sawed most of it out with the bandsaw. And then I used hole saws here on the mill and finished it off.
Okay, this is what?
The right front motor plate.
And you
are decorating it basically. Milled the top of it off, bullnosed it with this bit, and then took this down 40 thousandths here. Just finished face milling this. Got our little cutouts there. You can see the lines there where the motor mount will be cut out next to go on the front of the engine. And since it will show, went ahead and did a fancy machine on the back there. All for looks. Alright, we have mounted the rear of the mid plate partially. We have another bracket to go down on the side of the frame after we finish bracing up the frame there. We've got the top mounts on. They are slanted on purpose, both sides. Got our front motor plates machined out. We have some tubing welded in there for extra support instead of just hanging off that 1/8 inch plate. We still have to make up spacers for right in there on both sides. Now we're working on getting some bracing made for the frame where it makes the jog up and in. A little bit of three-dimensional there. This is a template we have. We'll make it out of metal next. Then our design here, this will be also on the inside up here, and that will be on the inside down there. So we'll have 4 of those and 4 of those total on the front. And then the frame will be finished braced up front, and then we can weld in our other mid-plate mounts right there. Alright, as you can see, she's coming along pretty nicely. A lot of work going into this car. Not like the TV shows where I can have it done in supposedly six weeks, but we're getting there. It's going to be a very long process, but it's coming along nicely. But anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, please like and subscribe.